Hello, hello.
Hi, good.
Uh, I realize I'm gonna have to admit one at a time because I'm logged into the Accomplisher account on the what's it called? So like I'm a guest on this. So let me give myself permission to share.
Sure. I'm gonna keep an eye on my email just to make sure that no one is writing anything.
Allow. Well, I should have, I had a call right before this. Are you the Bernea de Silva?
I am what?
Are you the Bernea de Silva?
I don't know, am I? I
Okay.
don't I don't understand.
Okay.
Mano, beleza, está por aí.
Who
Let
said
me
that?
no, this is my digital office. Let me wait.
Alrighty. I'm gonna start letting people in. You good with that? Yeah. Hello, hello.
Hi,
Hi there. How are you doing today?
very good. Thank you.
Perfect, perfect. We're gonna wait until 11 o'clock slash let more people join in. Hey, perfect, perfect. I'm about to start. I'm having to manually accept guests, and I was going to just wait a little bit. First off, thank you guys for making time to join us. I know I've got to meet with some of y'all one-on-one, but I've not got to meet everybody. So we'll wait a little bit longer to see who's all joining this session. Then if they don't join, it's okay. We're going to record this, send it out to y'all, and walk through and answer your questions. But I'm going to wait until 11:05. This is gonna max. We're gonna try to finish this in 30 minutes, give you guys next steps, answer everybody's questions, walk you through an offer, and walk you through everything. Okay. Perfect. Again, nice to meet everybody. My name is Mitchell. I'm on the Accomplisher team, and my goal here is to help you guys grow, answer your questions, and just walk you through the process. So a lot of y'all, so we're doing this expert series. If I haven't talked to you, I'm just going to give you a high level of what we're doing. We have users who are taking this Compass test, and we have a series of topics of what they struggle with and different topics. And you guys pick different topics of AI, leadership, executive coaching, different things, burnout. And the goal here is to address those topics, show you guys how to make an offer, show you how the platform works, and what would be like when you fill that when we fill that room, when you market it, and what you can get paid, right? Most of y'all are doing these one-on-one sessions, maybe an hour long, maybe 30 minutes long, however long it is. But at the same time, you end up repeating the same things that you can be talking to multiple people about. That's not scalable. Fireside Chats is a group session just like this right here. You see, I think there's about 20 something people in here. You're talking to a group of people, walking them through whatever subject you talked about and providing value the next step, right? So instead of you selling an hour of your time to one person, they would book a seat and they would you'd walk through your value and what you're doing for them. Same hour, multiple people, more money. So in the chat, I sent you guys I'm going to resend this link, this offer builder. I want everybody to click on it and thumbs up when you have. I don't want to just tell you guys things. I just want to walk you through it so we can all know what's going on. Perfect. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up. Okay, perfect. Okay. I'm going to just share my screen and we're just going to walk through this ourselves. Can everybody see my screen? Thumbs up again, thumbs up. I love these thumbs up. Okay, perfect. Okay, good. So a lot of questions that we get asked is, okay, how much do I charge? I'm new to the platform. How does this work? So we created this tool for y'all. And I'm going to walk through it, but I also want you guys to individually walk through it as we go on this call. So what should I charge? Of my offer? I would be in marketing and growth. You would pick what you talk about. Or if it's something else, right? What is your level, right? I'll say I'm a founder. How many years of experience? Let's say I'm 4 to 7 years. How much do I normally charge? And how big is your audience? Say this much. What is my goal? My goal personally is to make more money and help people. Simple. Documented client results. I'm putting 6 to 10 hours into this. And it just asks you simple questions and it walks through all the pricing. I'm pretty comfortable talking in group setting. And what matters more to me is income soon. So now it walks you through what you should talk about, suggested pricing for that fireside session, what your book now rate should be, what your inner circle, your community should be. And you can even use this tool right here to figure out pricing, how much it would make, and how many people would be in the room, that kind of thing to figure out what is worth it. Right. So I'm going to let you guys play around with it for the next, like, couple of minutes. I don't know if you guys had a chance to click through it, test your things. And after that couple minutes, I'm going to answer questions while I admit these people into the chat. Has everybody got a chance to mess around with it, check out the pricing, see some suggestions? All right, I'm seeing some thumbs up. So on the expert series, we had a list of topics that, we want to address in the user base, right? But also, you guys already do these topics, right? You guys already do these talks. We want you guys to specifically talk about what you're already talking about with your audience, right? So some topics were how to address burnout, and these are the 3 offers for burnout and that kind of thing. You may not specifically talk about burnout in that way. When it comes to titling these, you want to address the pain point, the outcome, what you're going to be helping the person with. So this right here, suggested fireside chat, right? Tells you what is your first 1,000 customers should actually cost you. These are ideas, but you already know what you're talking about, right? You guys already do this. Let me add these people in. Okay. You guys already do this, right? So it's just figuring out, how do I do this at scale that's growable and not just have one-on-ones booking up my calendar forever? Are there any questions so far?
When you invited us to consider participating, we were asked to create a topic. Is there a way to access that? I don't know if I wrote down what I wrote, but
Yes, I could actually, it should be in your email and it gives you a report of like what you chose, but I can actually just tell you the topic that you chose right now. Who asked that?
That was Michael
Perfect.
there.
I'll look up your question right, your topic
You
right.
don't, you don't, we can do it offline. I think I have a
It's
meeting with
also on
you.
your profile as a member, not as an expert.
Oh,
On your member, it scrolls down, and says, what do you need help with? And that was the topic. At least that was on mine.
okay.
Good question, good question.
I also have a question. Hello. So my area of expertise would be the health and wellness, but also something else like in spirituality and personal growth, or do you think that is like one?
So I think when it comes to topics, you can do one fireside chat that is on that, and that could be a subsect of it, right? So spirituality and personal growth, I think personally, these are entwined, but for some people, you can be on a journey of spiritual growth, and that's different from personal growth because we separate
Yes,
identities.
exactly. And for some people, it doesn't even go under health. It's like something totally, like a totally different track. So
Yeah, so when it comes to that, you would literally title it, okay, spiritual growth. I know spiritual growth probably has different pillars that you probably address. You would pain point at the person what they're addressing, the outcome with spiritual growth.
can you please repeat that again? So I just translated in my head.
Absolutely. Let me bet this guest. So you said spirit, I would literally do pain point of the person that you're helping, the outcome using spiritual growth. And that is the topic that you'd be addressing. So
Okay,
we can even try this again.
thank you.
Absolutely. Is there any other questions? Email me my topic. Okay, I got you. Okay. In this next link I'm sending, I already sent it, but I'm just going to resend it. It's a walkthrough of how to build your own fireside chat and so that you know what's going on, right? So the goal of this is to show you the outcome of what a fireside chat looks like, what you're going to be addressing, answer questions about your specific topic. And how this is going to work is whenever you guys do these talks, you post it on your platforms and whatnot. We post it on our platforms and we put paid traffic behind it to push it to our users from Compass and push it to other people so they can specifically address those pain points that you're going to be helping them out with, right? You may form an AI, you may form in leadership, you may form in spiritual growth. And the goal is to help these people with their problems based on these topics. And again, just to reiterate, you don't necessarily have to talk about the topic that you picked. Whatever you're talking about, you're already talking about that. You don't need to make up something new. Talk about what you're comfortable with and how you address it to help people on that pain point. I'm going to send this link chat real quick. So that link I just sent, oh, I'm still sharing my screen, is I don't even know where the Zoom theme is anymore. All right. Absolutely. So we're integrated with Zoom on the back end. So however you normally do your presentations, if it's a workshop style, if it's a presentation where you're like, okay, you have slides and you're clicking them through it, that absolutely works. Was everybody able to, I resent the wrong one. send this.
It's the bottom one of those two that looks more like a picture that worked. How to create a fire.
Yeah, I just resent the link. I clicked on it together, so it kind of messed up.
Oh.
Were you able to access the link now?
So how do people find out about these? You say, obviously there are some people on the Accomplisher platform, but are you also getting it in front of people who do not
Yes.
participate with Accomplisher?
How people find out about these fireside chats is when people take a compass test, they get recommended an expert or their fireside chat on the topic, right? So those are the people on Accomplisher. Then another way people find about it is paid traffic. So as you put it to your audience, we are also going to use paid ads and also push it to our Accomplisher socials to get people into it. So at the top level,
But it's only the Accomplisher universe. It's not those who have never heard of Accomplisher.
no, when it comes to paid traffic behind it, it would be also people who've never heard of Accomplisher, right? So that's
Okay.
what we're saying. Pain point, outcome when it comes to title. Again, if I'm a random person and I want to hear a talk or like a video, let's just go to YouTube. You're not going to watch a YouTube video that you're not interested in, right? So if a YouTube video, I want to watch a video about baking bread. If a YouTube video doesn't tell me how to make cinnamon banana bread, I'm not going to watch it. But if the person who's talking about cinnamon banana bread, it may be 10 minutes and 5 minutes and 30 minutes, I'll be inclined to watch that video. So we're also going to walk through this. As you set up a fireside chat, so the goal, we want you guys to set up a fireside chat on this call. You don't have to make it perfect. You can, walk through it and you can pick the date that you're going to be doing it on, right? Then from there, we push it on LinkedIn, Instagram, on all paid traffic media to people who've never seen it, that kind of thing. But it's both sides, right? You're pushing it on LinkedIn and your platforms, and we're pushing it on our platforms also. And can you send the link through email? I'm just going to send the link one more time. If you click on it, it should just pop up. Was everybody else able to access the link?
I have a question. So if I hear you correctly, we'll make this presentation, it will be recorded. Accomplisher will promote it. Will we also be able to promote it on our own social platforms? We'll have access to the recording. Okay.
Absolutely. So as you make it, let's say you're doing it on the 27th, right? When you make it, we're also going to send you guys a marketing kit for you to post it on your platforms. And we're also going to run paid traffic behind it. So as you're pushing it, we're also pushing out to different people. And the Accomplisher users on the platform get pushed based on the topic. And these topic lists we have set is based from our Compass platform. These are what the users are struggling with, and these are the topics. That's how it works.
And how long are they generally, and how much should we expect it to be a chat, or is it a webinar we're presenting?
Again, I think it depends on the style of what you're going through. Lengthwise, so let's say this call right here is a version of a fireside chat. I am going to do this probably till 12 o'clock to answer questions, that kind of thing. But usually I would say 60 minutes is good because after 60 minutes, people are going to drop off, right? The attention span of you and I and everybody else is getting lower and lower. And if it's a workshop, if you're walking people through, let's say I'm doing a course right here, I'm going to share my screen, show you my Claude prompts, show you how I'm doing it. It depends on how you're doing it. And just like how you've done it in the past physically, I would walk through just like that virtually. Does that answer your question?
Yes. And clearly there's a money-making aspect to this. When I initially saw the invite, my thought was to get potential prospects or get prospects in the room that I might then sell consulting services to. In which case, I wouldn't want to put a dollar sign in front of it. I'd want to get many prospects in. Is that something that we're allowed to do? I mean, it sounds like Accomplisher wants to make money on this, so they want to take the 10% of our fee. So can this be a free
Yes,
Fireside Chat?
it can be free, right? A free
Okay.
Fireside Chat has a cap of like 25 people, right?
Mhm.
A paid Fireside Chat has a cap of like 1,000 people, right? You can do free Fireside Chats as like let's just marketing and sales here, lead funnel, right? Top
Yeah.
of the funnel, you're doing a free Fireside Chat. They join this and that, and from there you provide them value. A free Fireside Chat will probably be 15-minute, 30-minute, never anything like too long for attention span and retention. Then from there, they go down into your group sessions or one-on-ones, right? One-on-ones are not as scalable, right? You fills up your calendar. You have this calendar of doom, not doom, but like, you get what I mean? A calendar of doom, these one-on-ones that don't necessarily pay that much, but the same thing you're probably going to address in similar situations can be done in a group session. And even from that group session, you can funnel them down into that one-on-one. So it's still part of that ecosystem. I see somebody's raising their hand. I just see the emoji. I don't necessarily see the like actual person.
Hey, it's actually me.
Oh, sorry.
Perfect. Okay. Hey everyone. Like, my name is Anna. Maybe some of you have spoken to me via email. I'm actually managing this campaign from the marketing side. So I would strongly suggest you set up that as a free Fireside Chat. It's going to be easier to put more people in front of you from a marketing perspective. But of course, you're welcome to do like however you would like. Just bear in mind that the more you charge, a little harder it will be for us to put more people into that room. Yeah, from a marketing perspective only, like just talking about paid traffic. So just so that you have that in mind. Yep.
And you said that a free session is capped at 25. If you put something out there and 25 people can come for free, and it seems very obvious there's a lot of interest, could you then start charging those above 25?
What you saying that if when it passes 25 cap, you would
Yeah.
charge? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, could you?
So yeah, let's say you do a free one, then you see there's
Mhm.
so much interest, and you're like, okay, my free session is actually full, but I'm doing this paid session for X price.
Oh, a different session, you mean? So you would have to, yeah. Okay.
I see hands. Whoever wants to speak, please ask away.
Mitchell, but we can increase the capacity, right? On some
Absolutely.
Fireside Chat. Exactly. So you do not have to be, in case your Fireside Chat does get fully booked out, you have 25 seats already booked. You can talk to us and we can absolutely increase that.
Okay.
Yep.
Hi, Anna. Hi, Mitchell. My question is about Mitchell. I think we're meeting tomorrow, so I'm a bit ahead on the one-to-one. But I think my question is, those of us who sort of got tapped on the shoulder for the month-long fireside chat, if you wanted to curate and do one, are we saying there has to be a balance between it being paid or free? Or are you saying we could do for this very first one, we can go free or we can go paid?
I personally recommend, again, just like you do your one-on-one coaching, I would just do a paid Fireside Chat, right? Because no matter what, you guys are running businesses. A business is not a business unless it's making money, right? Your offer is the pain point outcome. I would always recommend paid. I do think there's a value of giving stuff free, but also you guys probably know this from your experience. The buy-in of paid versus the buy-in of free is different kinds of people. So I always am going to recommend paid. You can ask Anna. Anna might say, free. I'm always going to recommend paid.
I think people on the product side are making my life difficult today. Probably everyone who works with marketing would understand. So yeah, maybe one thing is definitely that like you're free to host it as a paid version. I would suggest you also set up a free one. Like the free ones are going to be a lot easier to fill it in. But again, that's like marketing side of things.
I see some hands raised. Chelsea?
Okay, thanks for calling me because I was waiting.
My
How do
fault.
we, so since this is recording and a lot of us have worked behind the scenes to already build businesses and specific content, how do we go about protecting our IP? And does Accomplisher have something in place to support us in protecting that?
Just repeat your question one more time because you cut out. Sorry.
How do we go about, or does Accomplisher have something in place to protect our IP? If we're presenting certain programs that we've worked hard on that are unique to other people's, things like that.
So there's public and there's paid fireside chats, right? So depending on your settings, so you can, okay, for example, you're saying, okay, I have this course, this cohort. I don't necessarily want everybody to join in. I only want these subsect of people, that kind of thing. And I don't want it to be passed along to other people. Is that what I'm understanding?
No, I'm talking about, so for my business, I've created the 5 pillars of creating quality of life. And those are my specific pillars that I have created within my own company structure that I promote. As I see Maxine on here, the Gestalt experience, that looks like that is her very own created internet, intellectual property. So how do we go about protecting that since this is going to be recorded and, just in the way of the internet, the worldwide wild web? How do we protect the things that we've worked really hard to build so that
You
it's
can,
not just all of a sudden Accomplisher's property?
so you can turn off the recording, right? So you have access and ownership to your own product, right? The fireside chats, how it works, those performing fireside chats, we push it to other people. So no matter what, we're going to be pushing you to other people. So like when it comes to marketing and clipping and whatnot, if you want, like, okay, this is not shared, but like not everything is going to be shared in like clipping and marketing. It's not going to be like, whoa, here's all of Chelsea's life work. There's no way we're going to do that. It doesn't make sense. But the whole point of the marketing is just to provide value and as a lead magnet to push towards it to be like a teaser, right? It could be like a 15-second clip or that kind of thing. We would not take your IP.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Amaha, I hope I pronounced that right.
Hi everyone. Hi Mitchell.
Hello, hello.
I just want to make sure that I got it right. The fireside chats are live sessions or recorded sessions?
The fireside chat is a live session, right? Let's say
Live
you want
sessions.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have to schedule it before with the time.
So,
That's right.
but it can be recorded if you want it to be. And there's also a way for you to just do like you've already recorded a video and just post it just for, people instead of necessarily having to go live all the time. But a fireside chat is a live call, just like how we're live right now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we have the two options.
To record it or not record it, is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes,
Do we
ma'am.
have the two options?
You can pre-record stuff and post
Yes.
on the
And
platform.
post it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
For your specific audience.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey Mitchell, quick question on the back of Chelsea's question actually. If we're doing a recorded session, what happens to the recording at the end of our session? Does Accomplisher hold it on their website that anybody can then access, or is it then kept private?
So those are settings that you set up individually on your side. So I can even show you that right now, but we had a one-on-one session, right? I turned on that one-on-one session to be recorded and transcript. Then that's just on mine, but it's only available to the host.
So nobody else can access our recorded session when it's finished?
Yes, it's how you set it up.
Thank you.
I don't know if I see any hands raised still. Another thing I wanted to do during this call is, some people had ideas and topics. If you want to talk about your topic here, bounce ideas, see like what is a good offer, what is not. I did send that tool to give you guys ideas of how to price, that kind of thing. Like Anna said earlier, you can do a free one as a lead magnet, right? Then do a paid one to fill up that one. So depends on how you want to set it up. My goal is to not keep you guys here for an hour because we all have to eat and we all have to do other stuff.
Quick question then. On the back of doing a paid session, how does that work? Do you collect the money, take your 10% and then pay out?
So for the back end, how it works, we can actually just walk through that. I'm going to share my screen again. I'd rather show you, not just tell you, right? So let me do this right here. Can you guys see my screen? Sorry, I'm like a tab warrior, so forgive me. Okay, so this is a fireside chat session, right? You guys can see my screen, everybody? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Oh, Anna, sorry.
No worries, you can continue. Just on the topic, guys, just for you to know, a lot of people pick the same topics. So that's why we're telling you to come up with pain points and things related to your own expertise, because those are supposed to be suggestions. Also, there were a lot of more people that applied to the campaign than we were expecting. So just so you don't find anyone with the exact same topic as you as you talk, because that would be somehow just not fair to the expertise that you bring to the table. So that's why we're saying, come up with something nice, something that it's interesting, and something that it's unique to you. Yep.
So now to answer that question, so on the pricing here, I make it paid, right? Let's say I'm gonna charge $149, right? It tells you the breakdown and how everything works. So the attendee would pay $156. I want to get closer to that $149. Let's just say I just want to get closer to that $149 price. So I'm gonna make it $139. Then it tells you how much you can earn from it. Then how the platform works on the back end is whenever somebody pays, I'm just gonna press cancel, go back home. So whenever somebody pays, you would be able to withdraw. And that's how it works simply. Does that make sense? Does that answer your question? Okay. So another thing is a lot of people you already have an audience, you already have communities, you already have a newsletter and that kind of thing. And most people are not getting paid from that, right? So we have this thing called blogs, and just you set up on this blog, you can use it as what I mentioned earlier, where you can pre-record content that's only available for the people in your community, that kind of thing. So if I wanted to pre-record content only for my community, I would click create a blog and I can add a video, right? And we also will send you guys links of how to do all these things and whatnot. But you can set it up like that and you can make it paid for only the people in your community and nobody else will be able to have access to it and it can be private. So depending on how you set it up, you can use it in whatever format. So you don't necessarily have to just go live. So you have that email list with 5,000 people, 3,000 people, 10,000 people, right? You're already posting content for free, and just logic and business wise, 60% of the economy is spent by rich people, just simply. There's going to be a number of people that may drop off from your free newsletter, and that's okay. But the people who join your paid newsletter, that can be also recurrent revenue for your whole system. So Fireside Chat can be a lead magnet. The lead magnet draws them in, whether it be free, paid. Then you can book one-on-one sessions where you do private one-on-ones, help that person at whatever price cost you already do. But now you don't have that calendar of doom. Then you have your inner circle, which is the blogs that you can post content off. Any questions so far?
Yes, I have another question. So first I do the freebie, the free live, and then I have an offer. And is this offer meant to be like what I work is mainly in groups over periods of time, like 10 weeks, 14 weeks, a year, etc.? Or is it just going to be, I do this free offer live and then I have like one one session?
Perfect. So just like you're doing group recurring sessions, you would just set up a fireside chat that is recurring, not just a one-time thing, right? So there's people on the platform who are doing these AI courses and these career courses, right? The AI course is 5 weeks or something like that. They charge 600, 2,000, whatever they charge. I don't remember because I'm kind of hungry. Forgive me. So from there, people reserve their seat and they're into this 5 week, 6 week, 8 week, and it can be weekly, it can be daily. I would recommend weekly, depending on like the buy-in. And back to that inner community, you can send stuff to the people on that course. Okay, these are my prompts. These are these documents that have helped me with this. Like back to my banana bread example, right? Here's the YouTube video, but here's my personal recipe for my banana bread. Sorry, I really want banana bread, but you guys get the point. Yeah. And at the end, we're going to send a detailed guide on how to set up a fireside chat, how to set up a book now, and how to set up your inner circle, which is we sent these like how to set up a fireside chat, and we're going to send an email that has all of these things. But please, free to ask whatever question. Any question, every question is great. This meeting is very helpful. Absolutely.
Yeah, I have one question. Is there any preferred time? Because, we are different parts of the world. Is there any preferred time slots for these fireside chats?
Okay, that's a very, very good question, right? So it really depends on your audience, but I'm just going to be specific. If you want to do a fireside chat on the weekday, I wouldn't recommend doing a fireside chat at 1 o'clock because people are at work. Maybe a fireside chat during lunch, but you already do these coaching calls for your practices, right? You know what time works for your practices. It's a similar audience, so I'd pick that similar time. So you know what works and what doesn't work, but I wouldn't do like, during work hours. But again, like sometimes people, depending on the topic and depending on your audience, they can join a call at X time if they're interested. So yeah.
Yeah, but is it possible for us to know from which countries the audience is from? Because otherwise, there can be 11, 12-hour time difference.
We're gonna send out a tool that can recommend the time based on your audience and that kind of thing. So you can know, okay, for the time difference. And also, whenever you set up a fireside chat, it's based on your time zone, right? So I am in Dallas, Texas. That's CST. I think some people are probably 6 hours, 7 hours. I don't know what time for real. I'm hungry. But based on that time, you set it up in your time and they join based on their availability. So if that time doesn't work, I'll set up another time, right? I'll do one fireside chat, just like how we're doing this. This is a call at 11 o'clock today. Then there's another call on Thursday at 7 p.m. Some people can't join this one. Some people can join that one.
Okay.
So, jumping off on that, then, Mitchell, quickly, is it a possibility then to even do the same fireside chat across different times? Do you see that, or would that be, just to cover because you're doing a rinse and repeat, you're doing this and then you're doing it again on Thursday? Is that a
Absolutely.
possibility for us to consider of setting two fireside chats that might be the same thing but different times?
Absolutely. Just like my example, right? This call on
Yeah.
Thursday is going to be for the speakers that, weren't able to join, right? And
Mhm.
you can set up a recurring call, right? And depending on how you set up that recurring call, you can literally same thing, at the different date.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Dennis. Questions, questions, questions. Mitchell is hungry. But yeah, just like how we're doing this fireside chat, you're gonna see that some people are gonna have, this is a Zoom call, right? This call could go till Jesus comes if you really wanted to. But on the platform, there's a timer and it ends whenever you set up the time for it to end, right? So the culture in the platform is whenever people join this fireside chat, let's say they weren't able to ask their questions or they felt like they didn't want to ask in a public setting. So they would literally do a one-on-one. So like I'm assuming maybe after this, some people may just book a one-on-one with me, right? Because you had some questions that you may not be able to ask here. So you book a one-on-one, and that's what happens on the platform. So the only homework slash assignment I have for y'all, we're gonna send out this email with all the tools you need to set it up in your offer. Set that up, set up your fireside chat, pick the date. And if you have the same topic as somebody, we're going to send you an email and walk you through that. But at the same time, your expertise, how you speak, your experience is going to be different from anybody. So depending on what you talk about, your expertise is going to shine no matter what.
The fireside chat is also on Zoom. It's on the Zoom
So we're
platform.
integrated with Zoom on the back end. So whenever you send out a link, it literally will like, so, okay, let's say you want to just send out a link to somebody personally that you know for your session, Fireside Chat. You press copy and it sends them a link. Then you can also put your book now link on your LinkedIn or embed it on whatever links you have, that kind of thing. So you don't need to use Zoom manually like we're doing here. But remember the assignment for y'all, set up your fireside chats, set up your book nows, and we're going to send out those emails. Thank you all for your time. Mitchell is hungry, and I think you guys are also hungry. So yeah. And if you have any questions, you can book a one-on-one. See?
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Absolutely.